Okay, that's good, because I'd rather anybody participate.
Everything that you pay attention to is rise above whatever you despise the most.
Yes, Unless you're going there. You will. Well, this is happening. That's really good. I'm just saying, it's about. It's just. But. I think when they fix that, and we'll see what. You just got it out. I would go with that. You guys. We were. You know, it's just a lot of stuff. Didn't go. You know, it just have to be the same. Even if it's. I see. And our first speed, and you people, absolutely, how many people say, I never remember the RPG. What are you doing? Stand right there, we have to hide it. Yeah, so when you're and it's let's go. Yeah. Yeah, it was. realize that now all. How much all of us? Oh, we. And the first. Right. And I get it. This is. So. I think that. But that's. She had to be here for something. Yeah. Maybe put it up. But.
They promoting change altogether lowercase.
Yeah, I can now do. I had no idea. Well, and,
Okay, what am I missing? Michelle, you want to help this out? Down all of that. Yeah. The regulars. Hello, how y'all doing? Happy New Year.
You and me both, man. It Was you ready for health insurance? No. Oh, I'm talking about. Yeah.
So I'm seeing the orange and red that I like, and I'm not coming with a person last year. Google told me. But we're right. What is it then? And
I know, that's. Yes, you do. And I know that sometimes can be. Now, how was county, commissioner meeting this week? Monday. Monday. Okay. Okay.
And
I need to get y'all to do one for my own. That's the finance.
Yeah.
Hey,
Mhm.
it's a new one. I just want to see what you think.
Okay.
It's a vanilla lemonade. You like it? Okay, good.
What, you like?
Because at first I thought it was gonna be too strong, and then, you know, 'cause cause you know how like when you first make something and then you have to let it sit a little bit. And so when I first, made it and then I took a sip, this is gonna be too sweet. It was like, this is too sweet. And I said, okay, I said, but since I just did it, everything, I said, so give it a day
Right, let it sit.
and then now let's see. Okay, good.
No, that's good.
I like the food. Okay. Good, good, good. That's not originally what I wanted. So they had to make a change. They didn't have
You're good.
what I wanted a caprese pasta. And then they called me and told me they didn't have that. So then I said, well, let's do the Caesar ones. And, you know, and it had, you know, vegetables. So either way, I was trying to have vegetables in it. So, you know, okay, good. I'm glad. Hey, I'm all in the camera. Okay. I have a recording, so.
Did you just say?
Yes, because my thing was, if I go ahead and record and press play now, then I don't have to worry about that or like tell somebody to do it because it'll already be done. And then we'll be ready to go. And then what we'll do is we'll just edit everything out, right? Except for the live stream, so you guys will see all the things. So you get all the behind the scenes, plus you get, you know, the actual action once the action happens. So yeah, the actual action once it happens. Yes. So yeah. But that sounds like y'all need a little something to eat. 6 o'clock. Y'all gotta have a little nine. You can't come to something.
Meeting to me.
I know.
Because I.
I'm like, listen, you need a little something like that. Because I was like, if I did it, I just feel like I was so crazy. But that's because of me. But I'm just like, because if you don't have a chance to try to get something to eat, like, and now you really don't want to stay. I mean, you want to stay. But you don't want to stay. Right? So it's like, can you get a little break for you? Have a little something to nourish your body.
The NPA program.
Oh, okay.
So CRL. They submitted February 22nd. So I'm looking to see if we can do it in the table. But it needs to remind us that February 22nd, we will be in May in April or be there. So, if I do sponsor it, if you're interested in being there.
Yes.
Just sit all of my recommendations.
Okay. And then,
So,
do you have any contacts?
He does.
Okay.
You need internet?
Well, I'm sure you have a Charlotte ready, and so I have somebody that wants to get into that. And so I need to see what going on in here.
I did speak to Shereen. She.
Okay. See, I told you I knew she would.
It should be.
That's, it's. No.
The chair. Like, is this what it is?
Yeah. Cool.
So then I think. Oh, okay. You know, and yes, it is.
William, okay. I have
No, you did. Oh, man.
And we immediately pointed
Okay, so this is just their thing. That is not.
Yeah. This is the biggest thing.
You have been following it? I've been following it. You've been following it. You was telling what happened Monday. Our meeting and say,
You know what's so crazy about that? Isn't that the name of the thing? Well, is that the same name?
okay. Look, I'm pulling it up right now, but you've been watching it.
Yeah, that's what you Well,
Listen,
people wild.
They are like the mom.
She said they are like tomorrow.
Her and Jackie Waxman, you know Jackie Waxman.
Yeah, I know.
They are like the mom. They.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. No, he just sits there, we go to possession. I'm eating a
Oh, I'm
He
very
wants
quick.
to. Because he wants to. I'm like, usually, this commissioner, we deal with the county man. And they, you know, we set the mission.
Okay, but they,
Oh, he is they make decisions. Yeah, they say, so this is not. This is what we have.
Gigi, you know, they need to make it.
No, that's. You'll be my job. She can do.
You didn't do
This, she said.
you know, they're not stressed.
I mean, not that I can't.
It's like that cash.
It's really hard. Because they're working.
All right. Now you give me a microphone, I really know how to act. I feel like very excited. I had 1,000 people in here. I feel very evangelistic right now. It's like I'm at mega church right now. Really feeling it, you know, taking it here. And you know, we love the part of time, we're trying to get 15 get here, park, and get the bills and everything. And so, you know, it's that time now, so we want to make sure that we that we are making use of your time this evening. We appreciate you guys coming out. This is the official launch for, to get it, excuse me, I'm making it up. Hold on. For the Give It to the People podcast. And we have, we started this in 2019 when we opened up our podcast studio. So we had the first Black woman on podcast studio in the state of North Carolina. And then we transitioned out of that because of COVID. And so in that time frame, when COVID happened, we didn't have live audiences anymore. And so we, said, well, we'll just do stuff online. So we've been doing that in different capacities, but this year we really said, this is the year of influence. Okay, I don't know if you guys have said a word of intention, even though I feel like most of you have, because you're super dope people like that. And so the year of influence to us, it meant that we were going to start making sure not only were we seen, but also our get business membership, and also all of our people that we work with. And in order to make this happen, we needed a location. Because Mr. Brown told me, I am not allowed to open another venue, anytime soon. We've had two before, and he was just like, we're not opening up anything else. And so I said, okay, well, we need a place to have it, to be able to bring people together. And so it just so happened that there's a wonderful organization called Self-Help. And just through the relationship over the course of this year, was introduced to Self-Help through Latasha Mescati, who will be one of our speakers today. And just being able to kind of see where things align with as far as vision, purpose, and mission, and what we were doing and who we were really trying to serve. We're serving the same type of people, and we're just serving in a different way, in a different capacity than they were. And so they were gracious enough to say, listen, we're going to sponsor the space, and we're going to give that to you for the whole entire year. And so this is going to be in Durham and in Raleigh. And we just want to tell them that we're so grateful. And the person that helped make this happen is none other than their man. Grateful.
Thank you guys for being here. We really appreciate the support. We love the support of Chica and all of her members. And I mean, all of her members, because she is one of a kind in the work that she do in supporting all this ecosystem. I am the director of community engagement for Self-Help. I cover our national partnership, and from North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina, Florida, Georgia, to Connecticut. I have a counterpart that's out on the west coast, covering California, Washington State, Milwaukee, and California. Chicago. So if you didn't know, we do have a footprint in all of those areas. We have around 80 plus regions across our footprint. We are made up of 5 different nonprofits. So we made up one nonprofit, but not the other. We have Self-Help Union. We also have Credit Union. We have a CRL policy and advocacy arm. We're providing predatory lending, payday loans, student loan debt. There's a lot of people with student loan debt. Don't know that we did the research to take to the Biden administration to get student loan debt forgiven. So wage earn loans right now are the big things. It covers that arm. We also have our interest fund. So it's a loan fund. Commercial lending, mortgage, here in Durham, you guys are probably on to a couple of groups that have heard about them. We've got Willow Street, Aspen Place, Harding Street. We also own South Street, and a couple of others. We bring public and private partners together to make affordable housing happen. We make tax credits, things of that sort. And those locations average around $2,000 a year. So when we say we are an organization that's fighting for justice, fighting for people that are underserved, that can't fight for themselves, as a result of it. Our mission is creating economic opportunity for all, people of color, women, children, and underserved communities. We also do quite a few other things. So one of our biggest missions is bridging the generational wealth gap, and we do that through home ownership. We've got tons of programs to do that. You will hear throughout this podcast series from a lot of our different entities. So we'll have someone from our Affluent Retreat Center talking. We'll have someone from mortgage department. We'll also have someone from our HBCU Promise Plus program, commercial lending, supply university, how to get those big contracts with self-help. Because we do believe in supporting small businesses with everything that we do across the country. We'll talk about commercial lending. We do lend to small and big businesses, so those that are doing really good work in the community and helping our communities thrive and let's give back. Those are the people that we visit. So we wish Jesus a wonderful year of podcast series. We're happy to be sponsors. These spaces like this are made possible for you. So if you wish to support and the work that we do, whether it's affordable housing or lending spaces to nonprofits, and small business ecosystem members, you can bank with us. We have CDs and money markets. CDs and money markets, that fund helps us to provide capital for communities. It helps us provide space, affordable housing, and much more. I definitely welcome everybody to come over and become a member of. So thank you.
Well, all right, so now we have a little bit of background on self-help. This is how this is going to go. This podcast, we wanted to make sure that it wasn't like you're talking to a person. That's attention spans and drop off. So we want to keep these in nice small increments to be able to ask a couple of questions, get you to know somebody, and it's very conversational. Even though they've been given questions, I may go in another direction. We may meander. It just depends, right? And then you, the audience, will also be the opportunity to ask questions. Since we have a small crowd tonight, then we might be able to ask questions in between. Typically, if it's a bigger crowd, then we will wait to the end. This is meant for you to be able to learn, but then also for you to be able to connect with people. So I feel like for us, it's always been an important factor. It's not just listen to somebody and just come sit and pay attention, but you don't get that opportunity to network. So we want to make sure that that's always something. In addition to that, we also lovely yummy bites this evening because 6 to 8 p.m. and getting through traffic to get here can be challenging. But you guys are on time, we definitely appreciate that. And so hopefully this is what we can also nourish you. And one of the things that we want to do this year, and Tasha is on top of me, and she keeps mentioning it, but for a couple of years, we've been talking about the idea of business, because I don't drink, I never have. Feel free. Stop the biggie topics. We'll take the biggie. Right? I'll put the biggies on you. Say it's in a benefit too. You guys have to understand, you know, I'm gonna worry about it. But with that, it says, okay, even though you're doing one thing, it doesn't mean you have to always do that one thing. And you can go into a different direction if you feel like you do that. Tonight, the mocktail that you have, cherry vanilla lemonade, and then you also have what we call Give It a Sip, which is a mixture of lemonade and some vanilla and, you know, a little something extra. We will tell you what's in there, but it's still yummy and it's still really good. How do you guys like your mocktail? Mocktail good? Okay, yeah. So we want to always try to test something out so we see what people like. And then, you know, later on in the year, we're talking about maybe going out to a farmer's market or going somewhere to be able to sell them. But we always want to see what people like. We've been doing that for years. I've been always making drinks. And it's always amazing. The people that do drink alcohol, it use a little fun. Use a little rock, a little keto, a little fun. And I'm just like, well, you're one of them. The base that then you can add on if you want to. But this, the reason we wanted to do this, aside from just influence as far as other people being seen, was that there are so many different things that are happening people pay as much attention to. And we wanted to make sure that we talk about officials, whether that's the city, whether that's county, whether that's somebody from the state. And so a lot of the events that you see that we'll do this year will engage those people. Last week, we did our Workforce in Action event. It was wonderful. And so we had NC State representatives that oftentimes. But tonight, we get a special announcement, which is our county commissioner, Michelle. You guys can And we have a high school real guests that are meeting this evening, so. You know, I just want you to know, really awesome people, so if you're watching online, we love you, and then later on, you'll be able to go ahead and cut this out. Come on in, I'll put you right there, yeah? And each person has a QR code so that you can connect with them. You know how to get in contact, so this way you can do that as well, if you're not already connected. And since I'm trying to get some more sponsorship, my responsible about the sponsor, even though they didn't sponsor anything and I paid for this. But we would love for you to go ahead and be a sponsor. Look at these lists. Okay? That's you for business, right? Michelle, this is now officially the year. A whole year and 1 month. And 1 month, right, that you made as a county commissioner. So what do you feel like is the difference between when you started and where you're at now?
That's a great question. When I started on December 2nd, 2024, I was, remember when I was appointed, it was just like exhilarating, exciting, things like that. But it was also like, oh, wow, because you're not sure as to what you're going to do, and you have like a really huge learning curve. I came from the education sphere. I was a school librarian for years. So now I'm going in, I'm an elected official. One of 5 people that's in the direction for Durham County. Durham County has about 350,000 people. We are the 6th largest county in the state, depending on what you look at. Durham, the city of Durham, the 3rd largest city in North Carolina. So it's a huge responsibility. And so just, I had to learn so much about government, all the departments, learn about the budget, how the agendas run, how the meetings run. Met a lot of people. I had to learn how county government is structured with the deputy county managers, assistant county managers, the department heads. Learn about the different funding structures. I knew a lot about how schools were funded and just learning how all that fit together. I even learned about I knew the research triangle part was important. I really learned how important I met one of the people at the non-chamber of commerce. Ryan is here, and their role in county government. So it took me, I would say, about October 2024. Now I'm just like really situated. I know what I want to do with regards to the budget, what my priorities are, and where I want to go forward, and I work with my colleagues next.
Is there anything that was like over this year and 1 month?
Surprising, there were a lot of surprising things. I think the biggest thing that I learned, talking about how Durham County, Durham County is a very important county in the state. We are the 3rd or 5th highest GDP that keeps the state rolling. That's major. Because we have so many businesses here, we have ECU, we have the university, people want to come here. So when I found that out, I was like, whoa, that's really major. And the other thing is, understanding how Durham County in relation to the state and how people want to really come to Durham County. In the North Carolina Chamber event on Monday, and people were there from all over, and they would tell me all, how all the great things that are in Durham. So just really understanding the magnitude of what Durham is, how it runs. Also learning, I didn't know that, going back to RTP, that RTP can never be incorporated into the city. It always has to be in the county, we have never be a part of the city, it's a dark, you know that. So, that really made it significant even more. And we're a very diverse county, we're not a big county land-wise, but we do have some trying to maintain the farmland, and we have a lot of, there are parts of the county that most people wouldn't, didn't even know into, so I've been to a lot of parts.
Well, that's good. Now, when we're looking at the thing that you said, which was now I know what I want to do. So I go back to last year, we had this conversation. She sent me a message. Because I wanted to reach out to her, she had to reach out to me first. And so that was like, so we've done some things since then, and but her first message was, "Listen to what you have to say." And I want to see what I'm going to do, you know what I mean? And so I'm figuring that out as we are, entering this new realm of, being a librarian to turning into a county commissioner. And in that time frame, I think that that's important. So, juvenile for the history, what now is that you really want to see to be fruitful this year?
So one of the things that I really got a big picture around the importance of community and how Durham city and county really are great within North Carolina and maybe North Carolina is economic engine. But I also recognize that it's a lot of small businesses. The number of small businesses that we have here in Durham that really keeps it flowing. RTP, Traver, you have large companies, and those large companies are great, and I'm back here, but it's the small businesses that really help the economic engine in Durham County flow. So, my story, I had my grandparents owned, they were small business owners, they owned 2 barbershops in Fayetteville, and they were very successful barbershops. Now, I didn't understand, how they had to work really hard and get them running and all of that. I just knew that they were very successful business owners. And as I got older, I realized for years or so. And so one of my focuses as a commissioner is really how we as a county can support small businesses, because I really am focused on generational wealth, especially for people who come from marginalized communities, also about financial literacy, especially now that we're dealing with AI. I've had these conversations with the county manager and my colleagues, and thinking about, okay, workforce development. How do we get our kids ready for a new workforce with the age of AI? So those are some of my goals. Education will always be a focus. I'm always be an educator, but clearly seeing that a lot of people are coming to Durham because of its reputation for its business. I guess the businesses that run here and its history of African Americans, Anderson Farmers, North Carolina Mutual, a lot of entrepreneurs are attracted. So I want to figure out how can I help that.
Wow, let me show you how you can help it. So everybody, this is what she's gonna be doing to help it. Last year we had a conversation and, just talk about one of the biggest things that I think that happens with business owners, but that it's not just the business owner, the entrepreneur. It is who's providing the services to the business owner. And oftentimes what happens, and it's not a slight to anybody, it's just a reality, the people that work in these positions that are in these entrepreneurial organizations are not necessarily business owners. So you have people making decisions for people who may not really fully grasp what it is to have wealth and money. Right? It is a drastic thing. And so, so like now. Well, we the money right now. I had to send several emails to say, my money from December. And today I got an email saying, we cut your check and it's all back. This is just a temporary money. The United States Postal Service, you know, your mail. So just so you don't have to be at the mailbox looking for things. It's every day when it's coming to your mail. And it is a marvelous service. So, isn't that just coming? Because that means I need to go ahead. I need to send that email. So, what we're actually. But then the big thing, when it comes down to it, if you're used to getting your check every week, every 2 weeks, every month, you may not see the urgency that it is with small business owners being paid in a timely fashion. And so if you do stuff like me, where you do get checks, you do have a net 30 on something, and then net 30 turns into net something. Net is in the air, right? And you don't know, it's just a net, right? Then that's an issue. But one thing that I think that from the first conversation to now, that you guys, so we have decided to put together a listening tour, which is going to all of the county libraries in Durham. And that listening tour is going to be there so that we can focus on seeing what business owners need, the problems that they have, the resources that they're missing. And so that's going to start in February. And so what do you hope that people will get out of it? What do you hope you'll get out of it? What are your expectations?
Well, for me, it's a way to create my vision as to what I and my colleagues want to see for Durham County, because that's our primary role, is to set the vision, right? And the staff carries that vision out. So by listening to people in the community, and I'm a librarian, so people listening, and then I can take those ideas back to my colleagues, manager, to the director of development of the county, et cetera, to figure out, okay, what can we do as a county government to be successful entrepreneurs, because we recognize this is what drives the engine, what makes Durham a place where people want to come to. And, you know, going back to, you know, some of the struggles that small business owners have, and I shared with my grandparents on the barbershop. So I lived with the family in high school. And so my grandmother, you know, how age, my mother, she would talk about, oh, it was such a long time for us. So the movement was really young.